Hello, I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on not only just how to set up the Impact client, but also use Impact client on Minecraft. And so we're going to go straight into the first step of doing this, which is to locate the main website of Impact. I forgot I did this before, I'm just not very good at doing anything in one take. So we'll start by downloading for Windows, and it'll just download straight into your downloads. Save it there. Go ahead and then open up your downloads and open the Impact installer. From this, I'm going to be installing it to 1.16.5. You can do it in any version you want. It goes only to 1.16.5, however. You just want to keep this every fine. If you want Optifine, you can keep it. I will not be using Optifine in this situation. Then you just want to click install. And it's successfully installed. So now going into your Minecraft launcher, you can see it's already in your main installation right here. Go ahead and just click on that and click play. So it does appear that I have like a little preset in my Minecraft. It shouldn't show up like this instantly, but if you just go to Impact and you can just go straight to your Click GUI, and I think it's main menu, you can set up a custom wallpaper. I will be going through some of the more important things of this, so you don't have to ask me in game, because the server that I play currently is Banland. Please join. Ban.land to join is the IP. I'll show you how to set up some stuff. Okay, I'm just on a single player world here to quickly go over the GUI itself. I'm going to be starting left to right, going over the hacks on here. I will not be going over minigame, as I don't play minigames. I only play Anarchy servers. So to start off with combat, all your crystal aura, kill aura is down at the bottom. I can't really tell you how to set that stuff up, but it does take a little while to do so, as I don't PvP very often. Criticals do work on Banland and are quite important, as you do criticals without jumping. So, okay, well it doesn't show well. I think I have my particles off currently, but it does. Auto totem does exactly what it says. Another important thing, auto clicker. Most of these just kind of have it in the name. And so continuing with the exploit, anti-fire I don't believe works on the server. Anti-hunger also doesn't work on the server and will stop you from moving. So if you can't move on Banland, turn off this. Frankie does nothing, and most of these do nothing. New chunks do not work on Banland. Going straight to the miscellaneous, I'm guessing. Sorry. And so now going to the next thing. Starting at the top, animations. I don't mess with a lot with this. Discord RPC, you will start with this, and this will actually show up on Discord saying that you're playing like client-sided something. You can just turn that off and it won't do anything. It'll just say you're playing Minecraft on Discord. Middle click friend. I'll go over the stuff on here in a second, but middle click friend is just as it says. If you use the middle click button on your mouse, you can friend people. Self-destruct isn't important if you're allowed to have the client, or if you're allowed to have hacks. I'm guessing signs. Okay, yeah, you can just make it so signs you can't see signs or the words on them if you're trying to do like YouTube or something. Going just next to movement. Most of these I don't use auto jump, but all of them work except for anything that increases speed or flight. That does not work on the server. I'm always talking about Banland when I say the server. Baritone, I'll go over a little bit about Baritone and maybe a longer video in the future, because it can do so much for you. Auto walk is as simple as it can be. You can set it to a basic mode and a smart mode. Smart mode uses Baritone, as you can see there. Turn it off, and it'll go the direction you point. So, boat fly does work on the server. Click TP does not work on the server. Well, it does work on the server, but it's very finicky. Elytra Plus does work, and of course, this only has control. If you're looking for a better Elytra flight, at some point in the future, I might do a download tutorial on Meteor client, and I'll show you how to do that, as that is a little bit more complicated than getting Impact. So fast fall works. Most of these work. I'll just go over the ones that I use when I used Impact. Speed does not work on the server. I believe it still kills you if you try to use speed, which is a bit harsh, but it's annoying. Step works, everything like that, and step, yeah. I won't be going too in-depth, just trying to do this quick. Auto eat eats for you, very useful at times. Anti-AFK, if you don't want to get kicked from the server, I would have this on. It basically just does that. There you go. Runs around so you can't get kicked for not doing anything. Auto eject, it's a little complicated. Well, it's not complicated at all, really, but you have to do some setups instead of that because it'll just drop stuff like this. Auto farm, auto fish, auto mine, auto tool. Auto tool is a bit different, but all these automatically do certain things you want. Auto fish, it's in the name, very useful. Chest stealer automatically steals from like the top left all the way down to the bottom right of the chest, and it can steal extremely fast, as you can see here, the delay. Fast interact does not work on the server, however it would be useful if it did. Free cam does work, fly around in free camera. You can't load chunks with free cam, but other than that, it's pretty useful at times. Inventory just allows you to do modifications with inventory. I'll let you mess with that. It can be quite useful. Liquid interact is exactly what it says. Randomizer, never used it, but you can see what it does there. Randomize blocks if you ever want to do a build that has randomized blocks in the build. Respawn should... Okay, yeah, this will basically, if you die, it'll leave coordinates in chat only for you, so it won't give it to any other players. I wouldn't worry about that. But if you want to not lose your spawn location, maybe if you didn't keep your coordinates of your base down, you can do that. Scaffold puts blocks under you. It's decently efficient with impact, however, it's not perfect, so I would not rely on it completely. Okay, we're going to go straight to render. Anti-blind is very useful, including and also with anti-overlay. These both basically stop like fire or the effects of lava from getting into your vision and messing it up and stuff like that. Very useful. I would have that on right when you join the server so you don't have to deal with any kind of drowsiness effects or anything. Click GUI. You can do some mess with that. I don't really mess with it, but if you click off, it just closes it. It will not crash it. You can just press the right shift again to open it back up. Enchant colors, that does not work on the server, I don't believe. At least it didn't work when I tried it. ESP does exactly what you might think. You can see it over there in the highlight of the egg. I think you can change it around so it does see passive animals, as you can see out there, and hostile. Light is full bright. It makes everything look brighter. You can set up the gamma. Very useful. The HUD, I have this set up right now. It won't look like this for you. However, this will put your coordinates and you can mess with it as much as you want. You can do a lot of changes with it, and it's very fun to mess with it. And you can have different areas with it. Okay, so your no render can also be very important at times. If you don't want your game to lag, you can make it so it doesn't render. Well, I thought it could do certain things, but that's only Meteor, I guess. Or there might be a setup for it, but I'm not sure about that. Radar gives you a radar in your top left corner. Kind of useful. Never used it, though. Search and storage ESP basically do the same thing, kind of with tracers. I'm going to go to tracers. I'll go back to storage ESP and that stuff. Tracers can do, let's do hostile. Yeah, it'll do that tracing stuff. You can make it 2 players, but you can also make it so it does not include your friends or includes your friends with a different custom color. That's kind of fun to mess with. Trajectories, you won't see it instantly, but if you were to like take an ender pearl or a bow out, you will see exactly where you're going to shoot that bow. Wild frame does, I'm not sure what that does, to be honest. X-ray does exactly what you would think, and we're just going to go quickly to the world here. Build, you can set coordinates. I'm going to quickly show you. So say I were to go to here, position 1, position 2. If you do this, it will fill in the area. Very useful if you want to fill in an area. Nuker does basically what I would say the exact opposite. And destroy any blocks around you. It won't be this efficient on the server, however, it is probably one of the most efficient nukers you can get. It does packet kick you, and there's nothing you can do about it on the Impact client, as Impact does not have an anti-packet kick. Even still, you'd probably get kicked. Timer, though it does look like it's doing something, it is only for client side. So you will see it as if it was going faster, but it will not be. Weather basically makes you see certain weather. So could be raining right now. It's not actually. It's clear out if I turn this off. But yeah, that's a fun thing to mess with as well. But you'd mostly set it to clear so you don't see it. Sorry about my keyboard. Okay, so going into some quick stuff. I'm sorry I have to keep do this, but this is important. So .help here, if you put a dot, you can actually set up certain things on the server, or not server, but your client. Certain things that are not actually on the GUI, such as auto eject, and most importantly, .b, baritone. I'll do a baritone video in the future. I won't talk about it much here. From this, you can go to your Impact client as well, and actually talking about the Store GSP and Search. Store GSP is quite simple. You can set it up with what you want to see. However, Search is a bit different, in which you have to go into your Impact here and go to your Search, of which you can then search for certain items. This will be empty when you open it up. However, you can search up what items you want to see or be traced. And so you can actually set up nether portals. So if you were to say play on Banland, you can set it up so you can see nether portals if you ever wanted to go base hunting. Other things on here, you can open your Click GUI if you don't want to do it other places for some reason. Set up your alt accounts if you need to. X-ray, set up what items you see through X-ray. That's quite useful. You can see what friends you have, and most of this other stuff does not really matter. Okay, I think that's a pretty in-depth view on just setting it up. Of course, there's other things you can do, and I might make further videos in the future if it's necessary. Thank you for watching.